Hello students, welcome to the another part of determinants. In the last part we already completed the expansion of determinants and we have started properties of determinants. Okay, I said already there are 6 properties of determinants. So in the last class we have completed 2 properties. Okay, so let me continue today. Let me learn the remaining 4 properties. Okay, the next property is if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, then value of the determinant is 0. That means, see here, if any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, what do you mean by identical? Here the corresponding elements are same, then the value of the determinant is 0. Okay, so let me verify that property here. Let me take delta. So delta is equal to here A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Yes. So here I make any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical. That means here I see here the first row is A1, A2, A3 and second row is B1, B2, B3. So I change. I make this two rows are equal. That means here the first row and second row I will make it equal. Okay. That means here A1, A2, A3. Okay. What I am doing here, the first row and the second row are equal. So here R1 is identical to R2. Okay. Now let me expand this. We will see the value of this. Okay. So I expand along row 1 or any column. So I expand along row 1 only. So delta is equal to A1 into. Okay. I'll label the first row and first column in the first element. So the remaining determinant to cross two determinants I'll expand it. So that is A2 C3 minus C2 A3. Okay. And then minus the position signs here plus minus plus. Okay. So I'll fix the position sign. So A2 into. Now I leave the first row and second column. First row and the second column. Now I multiply A1 C3 minus C1 A3. C1 A3. Okay. Then plus A3 into and neglect the first row and third column. That is A1 C2 minus C1 A2. Okay. So this is the value of the determinant. Now see, let me multiply each element. A1 into K2 C3 minus A1 into C2 A3. Next minus A2 into A1 into C3. So each element of this is multiplied by the first element and the second element. See here, minus into minus plus A2 C1 A3. Next plus A3 A1 C2. Next plus into minus A3 C1 A2. Okay. This is the values we got here. So delta becomes. So delta is equal to, now this we see here A1 A2 C3 plus A1 A2 C3. Just here minus A1 A2 C3. So it will vanish. Yes. Next A1 C2 A3 minus A1 C2 A3. So minus A1 plus A1 A3. Where it is plus A1 A2 C3. Yes. It will go. And then A2 C1 A3. This here A2 C1 A3 minus A2 C1 A3 plus A2 C1 A3. It will go. Yes. So then the delta value is here 0. Yes. So the meaning of that is if any two rows or any two columns, if you make are identical, then the value must be 0. Then we can apply here for directly the problems answer this property. Okay. Let me see one example for this. Okay. take one example. Evaluate delta is equal to 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. You can take any example. Okay, just see here, and this delta, just see 3, 2, 3. Yes, 2, 2, 2. 1 minute. 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. Yes, it's correct. Okay, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3 is there in the first, second and third column. Just see in the first row 3, 2, 3. Again the third row 3, 2, 3. Yes, so R1 and R3 are identical here. So here R1 is identical to R3. Okay, let me expand this. We'll get whatever the value we get, just let it see. Okay, I'll expand along row 1. Okay, so 3 into 2 3s are 6 minus 6. Okay, and then plus minus plus again minus 2 into like this and this. So again 2 3s are 6 minus 3 3s are 9 plus. Okay, 3 into 2 2s are 4 minus 3 2s are 6. Okay, so delta is equal to 3 into 0, 6 minus 6 is 0, minus 2 into 6 minus 9 is minus 3. Okay, then plus 3 into 4 minus 6, it is minus 2. Okay, so delta is equal to 3 into 0, it will vanish, minus into minus, plus 3 2s are 6, plus into minus, minus 3 2s are 6. Okay, 6 minus 6 is 0. Okay, so if we can, here the R1 and R3 are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. Okay, so let me move on to the next property. The fourth property is, if each element of a row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant, then its value gets multiplied by a constant k. Okay, here k is a constant. That means here see, if each element of a row, either row or a column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then its value gets multiplied by a value k. Okay, let me verify this property. Okay, so let delta is equal to, as usual, a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3 and c1 c2 c3. So here let me find out first the value of delta. So I'll expand this and expand along row 1. So it is plus minus plus, the position signs are. So here a1 into let's expand this, so that becomes b2 c3 minus c2 b3. Next minus a2 into b1 c3 minus c1 b3 plus, okay, plus a3 into, so I'll expand this, so b1 c2 minus c1 b2. Okay, so this is the value of delta here. So I'll take this as equation 1. Okay, now according to the property, see, if each element of a row, that means I can take any one row or any one column, if I multiply by that row by a constant k. Okay, let me see what happens. So what I should do, what I do here, I'll multiply and change here row 1. Row 1 I'll change it. Row 1 I'll change and I'll multiply a constant k for row 1. Okay, so then the delta becomes what? So I take it as delta 1. Okay. Delta 1 is equal to determinant of ka1. That means I am multiplying k by the first row. ka2 and then ka3. Okay. So the remaining two rows, it will be as it is b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. See, I am changing only first row and other two rows it will be as it is. Okay, now I'll expand this. Expand this along first row. I'll take first row only, plus minus plus signs. So delta 1 is equal to, see here, k into a1 into, so b2 c3 minus c2 b3. Next, minus k into a2 into b1 c3 minus c1 b3 plus k into a3, the third element, k into a3, so that is b1 c2 c1 minus c1 b2. Okay, just here in delta 1, okay, for each first element, see this is the first element, second element and third element here. So here k is common here. Here also k is there. Here also k is there. I'll take k out. Okay, k into. Okay, whatever the remaining elements I'll write as it is. That is a1 into b2 c3 minus c2 b3 minus. So I remove k. Remaining element is k2. Okay, b1 c3 minus c1 b3 plus a3 into b1 c2 minus c1 b2. Close the bracket. So k is common for all this. So just see whatever the numbers, whatever the elements are there inside the brackets. See the equation 1. It is same, a1 b2 c3, a1 c2 b3. Yes. So this is according to equation 1. What is the value of this? Is delta. So delta 1 is equal to k into delta. Yes. So that means here delta 1 is k1. That means here we have multiplied by the first row by k1. So we got the common factor out here, right? So we can write it as, or we can write it as delta 1. What is delta 1? ka1, ka2, ka3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3 is equal to k into, what is delta? a1, b1, c1. So a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. Yes, look at this. So just here in the first row all the elements contains k, but here whatever that value will get out, whatever the answer will get, just take it out. Here k will come out. Okay, that means here we can take out the common factor containing any row or any column. Okay, we can take out. Understood? So from this property 4 we can understood that we can take out any common factor from any row or any column. Okay, and then another one thing is, if the corresponding elements of any two rows or two columns are proportional, that means here delta is equal to, this you have to note down, if delta is equal to a1, a2, a3 and b1, b2, b3, and here ka1, ka2, ka3. Okay, see here first row and the third row, the elements are same, but we have multiplied k here. That means here these first row and third row, these rows having corresponding elements. See, the corresponding elements of these two rows are proportional. So then the value of the delta is 0. Okay, we can say that if any two rows or any two columns are proportional, then the value of the determinant is 0. So from this property we come to know that we can take out any common factor from any row or any column, and also the corresponding elements of any two rows or any two columns are proportional, then the value of the determinant is 0. Okay, let me take one example for this. lambda 2, 18, 36, 1, 3, 4, 17, 3, 6. Okay, so we have to evaluate this. Okay, so let me take this as delta first. So delta is equal to 102, 18, 36, 1, 3, 4, 17, 3, 6. Okay, this is our delta. So according to the property, we can apply the property here or not. Let me check it out. See here. So highest elements. See, higher elements are there. The highest value numbers are there in first row. Correct. We can split this numbers and we can write it as some numbers. We can take common. Let me see. It is possible or not. 1 or 2, 18, 36. Okay. The highest numbers I have split it and I write it as multiples of some numbers. Okay. So I write 6 into 17. 6 17s are 17 6s are 1 or 2, and here 6 3s are 18, 6 6s are 36. Yes. Okay. And remaining source I'll write as it is 1 3 4. Here 17 3 6. Okay. Just see, according to the property I told already for you, the corresponding elements of here R1 and R3 are proportional. See here, 17, 17, 3, 3, 6, 6. Either we can use this property or we can take any common element. See here, 6, 6, 6 are common. So we can take out. So I'll take 6 out. That becomes 17, 3, 6. 1, 3, 4, 17, 3, 6. Yes. Now just see, R1 and R3 are identical here. So R1 is identical to R3. Therefore, what is the value of delta? This determinant value is 0. So 0 into 6 is 0. Therefore, delta is equal to 0. Okay. Directly we can write, because corresponding elements of R1 and R3 are identical. Directly we can write the value of delta is 0, or we can take out 6 and we can see that the two rows are identical. By using that also we can say that delta value is 0. Okay. Next we are move on to the property number 5. Okay. So it says that if some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of 2 or more terms. Okay, that means if any row or column can be expressed as sum of 2 or more terms, okay, then the determinant can be expressed as sum of 2 or more determinants. Okay, that means we have to prove here. So I'll write what we have to prove, that is, so if the determinant can be in the form of, see, A1, okay, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. If the general determinant, and then here sum or all elements of a row or a column can be expressed as sum of 2 or more terms. Okay, so that means I express this first row or second row or third row or any column, okay, as the sum of 2 or more terms. Okay, that means I take here the sum of the one term I take. Okay, sum of the 2 terms. Okay, that means the first row elements are the sum of 2 elements. Okay, and then A2 plus lambda 2. Okay, and then plus A3 into lambda 3. Okay, that means here if I express the first row elements are sum of 2 elements, then the value of this determinant can be expressed as sum of 2 or more determinants. That means here A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3, and see here lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 plus lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3. So I'll take that delta 1. So lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C. Yes. So according to the property number 5, I have to show this. So I have to take the LHS, I have to put the RHS. Okay. So let I take the LHS. Okay. So LHS is equal to, I'll take the LHS of this part. According to the property number 5, we got this. So A1 plus lambda 1, A2 plus lambda 2, A3 plus lambda 3. Okay. The next two rows it will be as it is B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Okay. This is our LHS. Now let's expand this. So I will expand along row 1 only. So I will expand it. So it will get just see. Here the plus minus plus signs. So here A1 plus lambda 1 is the first element. So here I will get this and this. So here B2 C3, B2 C3 minus B2 C3 minus C2 B3. Okay. Minus A2 plus lambda 2 into, here I neglect the first row and second column. So B1 C3 minus C1 B3. C1 B3. Okay. Then plus A3 plus lambda 3. A3 plus lambda 3 into, okay. So B1 C2 minus C1 B2 minus C1 B2. So if we expand this along row 1, we got this. So just see here it is in the form of A1 plus lambda 1 and B2 C3 minus C2 B3. Two elements are there here. So it is in the form of A plus B into A minus B. So what we have to do? First we have to separate these elements and multiply each of these elements by first A1, afterwards by lambda 1. That means first into first into second. Okay. So first I do first into second. Later I do the second element with the first element, second element with the second element. Okay. So which is equal to, okay. So I'll write here second element with the first element, second element with the second element. Okay. We have to multiply all this second one, third one also like that only. Okay. This here A1 into B2 C3 minus C2 B3. Yes. So A1 into the whole thing. Or we can write A1 into first one, A1 into second one. Yes. And done. So I'll write the next element later. So I'll go next again minus plus into minus A2 into the second bracket element, that is B1 C3 minus C1 B3. Okay, and then plus A3 into this here A3 into all this. So that is B1 C2 minus C1 B2. Okay, so first into all the elements over. Next we'll move on to second with all the elements. Okay, second with all these elements. So I am not separately doing A1 into first one, A1 into second one. I am doing A1 into the whole bracket. I am writing as it is and done. See here plus lambda 1 into the B2 C3 minus C2 B3. The same elements minus again plus into minus lambda 2 into B1 C3 minus C1 B3. Yes, the same elements plus into plus lambda 3 into B1 C2 minus C1 B2. Yes. See here. Now just see A1 into B2 C3 minus A2 into C2 B3. The first elements A1, A2, A3. Yes. So if we expand Third, B1 C2 is C2. Yes, B1 C2 and then B1. So neglect. B1 C2 C1 B2. C2 B1. Sorry, second element. It is correct. It is correct. Sorry, the second element, right? It is. So it is B3 C2. One minute. We'll check it off. A2. B1 C3. This and this. And neglect this and this. B1 C3 C1 B3. B1 C3. B1 C3. It is correct. It is B1 C3. The second element. Okay. And third, just see the third element here, B1 C2 minus C1 B2. Yes, it is same. So whatever the elements from here to here, so we can write it as delta, or we can write it as, so let's do this one. And write it as from here to here, determinant form, and write the same line in the form of determinant as A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Yes, and then here, and then plus is that plus. See here again in the place of A1, A2, A3, just lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 are there. So the first row will change it into lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, and whatever the second row element, it will be as it is B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Yes, yes. So we got the answer, right? That is our RHS. Yes, that is only the RHS. Correct. So if the first row elements are sum of the two elements, then the determinants can be expressed as sum of the two determinants. Okay, clear? Okay. So from this, let me take one example for this. Show that determinant A, B, C, A plus 2x, B plus 2y, C plus 2z, and the third one is x, y, z is equal to 0. So we have to show that this determinant value is 0. I use this property and I show. Okay. So first, let me write the given determinant as delta. So delta is equal to A, B, C, A plus A plus 2x, x, B, B plus 2y, y, C, C plus 2z, z. This is our delta. Now we will expand it. Before going to expand, just here, according to property number 5, the second row, it contains sum of the two values. Correct? Sum of the two terms. So we can express it as, according to property number 5, we can express this as sum of the two determinants. Sum of the two determinants. So that is A, B, C, and the second row elements, the first elements only, right? So B and C, and then x, y, z plus, okay, the first row element, third row element, it will be as it is, but second row element, it will be split. Okay, so that is first row again as it is A, B, C, then second row elements 2x, 2y, 2z, and third row elements are x, y, z. Okay, so we can express the second row elements as sum of the two determinants. Now we have to expand this. So just here, according to property number, two rows are identical. Property number 3. Okay, two rows are identical here. What is the value of this delta? This is equal, that implies delta is equal to, what I write here. So delta is equal to, okay, delta is equal to, according to property number 3, the value of this determinant is 0. Plus, see here, again, A, B, C, 2x, 2y, 2z, x, y, z. See here, in the second row and third row, the corresponding elements are proportional. So what is the value of delta? Is again 0. So therefore, delta is equal to 0. Hence what? Hence, what is delta? A plus 2x, x, b plus 2y, y, c plus 2z, z is equal to 0. Yes. Okay. So from this property, we will use this property to solve the problems based on the exercise number, that is next exercise. Okay. Let me move to the sixth property. Okay. The sixth property says that if to each element of any row or column of a determinant. So if any row or column of a determinant, the equi-multiples of corresponding elements of other row or column are added, then the value of the determinant remains the same. That means here, see, to each element of any row, if I take here R1, okay, if I take R1, then row of a determinant, the equi-multiples of corresponding elements of other row. That means here I want to change R1. R1 can be changes into R1 plus it is A1S. R1 plus K into and multiply some constant K. I'm taking R1, I'm changing R1. R1 can be changes into R1 plus K into either R2 or R3. Okay, that means equi-multiples of corresponding elements of other row. Okay, so instead of taking R1, R2, I will write generally Ri. Okay, and I take Rj. Okay, then the value of the determinant remains the same. Okay, that is saying property number 3. Or we can say that the columns Ci can be changes into Ci plus K into Cj. Okay, here the columns we can also change into the first column can be changes or second column, whatever it may be, will be changes into the addition of some constant with other column element, then also the value of the determinant remains the same. Okay, let me verify this property. Okay, let here we can take delta. So as usual, our delta is, let delta is equal to A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Okay, so here I'll change the first row. I'll change the first row in the form of equi-multiples of corresponding elements of other row. So let me take here, I'll change row 1. Row 1 I'm changing into row 1 plus K into the other row will take. Okay, so I'll take row 3. K into row 3. Okay, equi-multiples of other row. So then that we can take it as delta 1. So it is equal to, see here, I am changing row 1 plus, that means A1 plus, okay, K into row 3. What is row 3 element? Here C1. Okay, so like that, the second element A2 plus K into C2. And the third element A3 plus K into C3. as it is. So I am not changing. I am changing only row 1. B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Will be as it is. Now, according to, just see, we have to, instead of expanding this, I use the property. According to the property number 5, okay, I take just if any one row or column, it contains the sum of two numbers, then we can write it as what? Then write it as delta 1 is equal to, see, here some of the two numbers are there, I will split it and I will make this into two determinant forms. That is according to property number 5. Okay. So A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So according to property number 5, I am splitting this into two determinant form. Plus, okay, KC1, KC1, KC2, KC3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Yes. Okay. Now delta 1 is equal to, see now, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. What is that? That is our delta. Yes. It is our delta. Plus, just see next, K, C1, K, C2, K, C3. And then here C1, C2, C3. Here the corresponding elements are proportional. Yes. So according to the property number 4, what it says? The value of this determinant is 0. Okay. So we got therefore delta 1 is equal to delta. Yes. That only we have to prove it, right? See, if we changes also are added, then the value of the determinant remains the same. Delta and delta 1, if we change delta, see, if we change the elements of first row also, the delta 1 is equal to delta. So we are getting the same values. Yes. So also we can write it as delta is equal to delta 1. Both are equal. Okay. Now let me see one example for this. Example. Prove that determinant of x plus y, y plus z, z plus x, x, y, z, 1, 1, 1 is equal to 0. Okay. Okay. So we have to prove this without expanding. We will prove it. Okay. By using the property. So let me take the determinant as delta. Okay. So let me take directly the LHS. So LHS is x plus y, y plus z, z plus x, x, y, z, 1, 1, 1. Okay, this is our determinant. Now, let's see according to property number 6. Okay, we can make any two elements, any two rows. We can make any two rows by multiplying the other row. Let me see. We have to make this into 0 by using the properties without expanding. So what I should do? Just see the first row elements, x plus y. Yes, it is y plus z. Just see the second row elements. As it is x plus y. If I add the first row elements with the second row elements, if I add the first row elements, it is x plus y plus x. 1 minute, it is z. Sorry, it is z. Okay, z, y, z, x, y. Sorry, x plus y, y plus z, z plus x, z, x, y. It is z, x, y. X, y. Okay. Now just see the first row elements x plus y. If I add this first row by the second row element, determinants, what we get here? X plus y plus z. Yes. And then if I add this 2, I get y plus z plus x. Yes. And then z plus x plus y. Okay. We can make all the first row elements equal. Okay. By using that. So I'll apply the property, the sixth property. I'll change R1 and I can write R1 as R1 plus R2. Okay. I'll change the row 1. So LHS becomes here x plus y plus z plus y plus z. Yeah, y plus z plus x or x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z. Okay, yeah, z plus x plus y or x plus y plus z. Yes, so z, x, y, 1, 1, 1. Okay, now just see here, the first row elements are all same. What do you mean by that? We can take out according to property number 4. Okay, so I take out the first row elements, the common elements. The LHS becomes x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z, x plus y plus z. So all three I remove off. So I take common. So that becomes x plus y plus z. Okay. So what is remaining in the determinant? Here 1, right? 1, 1, 1. Correct. So z x y, 1, 1, 1. Yes. Okay. Now see, LHS is equal to. So it is x plus y plus z into, what is the value of this determinant? Here 2 rows are identical. What do you mean by that? According to property number 3, the value of the determinant is 0. Okay. So dot LHS is equal to x plus y plus z is equal to 0. That is our LHS. Yes. So LHS is equal to RHS. Yes. Hence you can write x plus y, y plus z, z plus x, z x y 1, 1, 1 is equal to 0. Okay. So by using the sixth property, we solve this determinant. Okay. We have to show that, we have to prove this as 0. Okay. And then from these properties, this is the sixth property. So we have 6 properties. We have completed your 6 properties. Okay. So from these 6 properties, we can expand any determinant without expanding. So that means we can solve any determinant without expanding. We can find the value of the determinant. Yes. So from these properties, we can find the values of any determinant without expanding. Clear? Okay. And then another thing we have to note down here. Okay. If any one, we have to take note of this. Okay. If any one row or any one column is 0 in the determinant, then the value of such determinant is equal to 0. That means if any row or column, if any one row or column of a determinant is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. Okay. That means here, so if I take the determinant, so in this determinant any row or any one column is 0, or any 2 rows may be equal to 0. No problem. 0, 0, 0. If the first column is 0 and the remaining elements are 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Such determinant, the value will be always equal to 0. Or any row, one row or one column is 0, then the value of that determinant is always be 0. Because if we expand this, we will get 0. So we can expand by using column 1. See, 0 into 0 into 0, it is 0. Okay. And then another thing we have to note down here, in the triangular matrix. Okay. Let A be a triangular matrix. If in any triangular matrix, okay, the value of that triangular matrix, determinant value of that triangular matrix is the diagonal elements product of diagonal elements. That is, here I take a matrix A is equal to 0, so 1, 2, 3. This is one of the triangular matrix. In this, we can find the value of the determinant. Okay, so the determinant value for this triangular matrix is, directly we can find out the value here. That is the product of diagonal elements. The product of diagonal elements. That is 1 into 5 into 5. That is 25. Okay, let you expand the determinant, we get the same value. Let me see. So here we will expand along the column 1. So it is 1 into, so determinant A is equal to 1 into, so first row, first column, 5 5 is 25, minus 0. See here, the second element is 0, it will vanish, 0 plus 0, S plus minus plus S. So we will get determinant value is 25. So directly we can say that for any, it is maybe upper triangular or lower triangular matrix, then the value of that determinant value of that triangular matrix is the product of the diagonal elements. Okay. Okay. And in the next session, okay, we will see the problems based on these problems.